Hello everybody, hello internet, it's Unity Watts here with my first ever actual video on my channel, not done through someone else's channel, me on my channel, so thanks for subscribing and sticking with me. So obviously I'm not playing Dragunities right now like I have for the past 3 years. I'm playing Fire Fist, which I built back in the Dragon format for under $100, so I was pretty stoked to do that since they're the best deck right now. But I didn't do my deck profile for anyone else when I just recently won the Vancouver regionals. So I thought I'd do my deck profile for you guys, and I know it's Fire Fist, but it's a little different, so just thought I'd share it with you guys. So I'll get started with it. I got 1, 2, 3 bear. That's pretty staple for any Fire Fist deck. 2 gorilla. A lot of people only ran 1 gorilla in their 4 axes build. They're running that speed build, but this card's really good when you're going first, especially if you're going second. Just opening it up and popping a back road, try to clear something out, and first turn putting him on board is a really good threat, just searching tanky and getting him. I thought it was too good not to run it, too. Expensive card of the deck, Wolf Bark. Yeah, I picked the playset up for 50 back then, so considering they're like 69 each right now, I'm pretty happy I did that. So, obviously a champ for top decking. 2 dragons. Not a lot of people ran dragon. I love the card, honestly. It's a sick top deck. It won me a game against Norman in game 3. I topped a tanky, and he had a Drago sack with 2 tokens and a Queen Dragon Bujin out when he was playing Harpies, and this was the only card that could have got me out of that. Ran over the tokens, and then made Cardinal, and ran over the tokens by using its effect to grab Gorilla, run over the tokens, and then made Cardinal and bounce the stuff back to his deck. So I think it's too good. Plus, just opening a dragon and a tanky lets you play a totally different ball game with it. You can just sit on a huge monster for a few turns till they out it, and then she's just too powerful. 2 effect Veiler are pretty staple right now. In my tech, 2 boar. Not a lot of people even run boar, but like again, it's a really good card. I personally thought it was a really good card, and it did a lot of work. If you have a 10-cent up, you can summon it, and then you can summon a Wolf Bark and use Wolf Bark's effect and make it Tiger King. You get to set 2 because it has its secondary effect, and it's a battle searcher, so it's pretty good to set it turn 1, and then people don't know you're playing Fire Fist right off the bat because they expect to see the face up bear gorilla. 3 tanky, the card that I think is going to get hit on the ban list, and probably Wolf Bark as well at 3. It's pretty staple. 2 Tensen. Like I said, a lot of people run this one at 1 because it's searchable and stuff. I ran it at 2 just for extra searchable targets. Plus it's gross to open it and Tensu summon a gorilla, pop a back row, then you're free to tanky to a bear and hope for something else. And plus just Tensuing summon to something and popping something with bear is also good as well. Help bait out a warning or a bottomless or something. 3 MSTs, you pretty much have to in this format with all the tankies flying around. 3 Lance. I was running 3 Tensen before and 2 Lance, but I just hated how much Lance crushed me on DN and when testing, so I thought, you know what, if I can crush other Fire Fist decks with 3 Lance, it's good. Plus, you know, summoning that Wolf Bark, they're going to waste all their traps on it to get rid of it. And this is just good protection, and also being able to summon a bear turn 1 and swing over something with a Lance so they have no back row, or you just feel ballsy like doing it. It's pretty boss to get that off, or the gorilla too. 2 Pot of Duality, I didn't like it at 3, I thought it was too cloggy because I don't always want to see it. I want to see it at turn 1, that's about it. Maybe mid-game. 1 Book of Moon. And then a super secret tech card, 2 Creature Swap. This did do a lot of work for me at Regionals. I didn't really draw it. The only time I managed to do it with it, I swapped Machina Fortress, but the guy had a Fiendish Chain for the Machina Fortress, but still really good. Just to a lot of decks, it's an auto win for essentially Noble Knights and Bujins as well. It's also really good against Dark Worlds if they only have the 1 Grapha and they can't really do anything if you take it right away. It's really good because it doesn't target, so it gets around a lot of big monsters. And it's super good to snag, just like summon the boar or set the boar and take their monster. Because they only have the 1 monster, creature swap it, attack over the boar. He's only 1400 defense and 1100 attack. Goes to the graveyard, I can get its effect to grab a bear, attack them directly with that bear, and then I just essentially win from there. It's really stupid against Bujins because they can't do much. And then you just use their Yamato to make a Tiger King with the bear, and then they're really screwed. Triple Fiendish Chain, like everyone should be running right now. Super good card. 2 Tensen. I didn't see a lot of people running it, but I ran Dragon, so you might as well run this searchable card with Dragon. 3 was, I like 3. 2, I like the Lance a little better than this, so that's why I only have 2. Double Mirror Force, it's too strong not to run right now with all the Bujin non-turtles and stuff. 1 Warning, 1 Bottomless, 1 Compulse, the 3 1-outs for the traps. And then to the extra deck, everything in here is pretty standard. 3 Tiger Kings, not much to say about him. 4 Axes has to run 3. 2 Cardinal, I didn't really need 2 Cardinal any time of the day. When I built the deck, I grabbed 2 just because I thought you never know, and it's a really good card. I feel like this deck doesn't really use the extra deck a whole crap ton, so it doesn't hurt to have 2 in here, but if you would ever need 2 Cardinal and you already used 1, it would suck not to have it because it is super powerful. Like, just mid-game, throwing your tankies back and then sending 2 of their cards in their field or the graveyard back to their deck is so powerful. Especially against, like, Dragon Rollers and stuff right now with all the dragons that are 1-of, you can send them back, sending your tankies back, opening up all your top deck stuff again. One of these Bujin Suchi things that I still don't know how to say. He's just like a bigger Maystroke for the Fire Fist deck. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's really good against the mirror match because you go into it, and then they can't bear pop it and get around it very easily. They have to go like Cardinal, and it throws them out of their way, and hopefully by the time they get to a Cardinal and got rid of it, you have another out for the Cardinal. So it's a good guy to go into. I made him quite a few times. Maystroke, pretty good. Still, even though the Bujin guy's a bigger one, still putting stuff face down is still really good, and the destruction effect is always good. It's just a good card to have. Diamond Dyer, pretty staple. Roach, pretty staple for any decks. Cowboy, pretty boss. I think one game off of a Cowboy hit. It was pretty cool. Dweller, pretty staple. Shark, pretty unbelievable card. Sometimes I think about running 2. I see why it's going up in value. It's super strong. I didn't think it was going to be this strong when it came out. I knew it was going to be a strong card, but it's powerful. Ridiculously powerful. And then Xaichin, the big money guy right now. This guy actually got me the first place game. My last match in game 3 was against Gaget. And it was just hell because he had a Geargia X and a Maystroke on board with 2 set, and you know I wolf barked straight to this, and the Maystroke had 1 material on it. The Geargia X had no material on it, and I popped the board. And he had 2 Mirror Forces. I was like, oh geez, glad I popped. And then, you know, he activated Geargia X effect, detach, and I didn't have any cards, so I just popped everything again. I was like, go ahead, and he drew and just sat there and like, go ahead, and I ripped tanky and grabbed bear and like that. And he's like, yeah, it's GG. And I was like, okay, and just started building up from there. And he had a Machina Fortress, so he tried a little bit of stuff the next turn, but he couldn't out it. It was just too late in the game. And then for the synchros, Blader, because obviously I run 2 board, you might as well run Blader, and he put in a little bit of work against the Karukuri guy. I just went into it, swung over his stuff, and then he was like, oh shit, he couldn't do anything, so it's pretty nice. And then 1 Catastrophe, so I do run all the 4s with the Veiler, and you never know, you go against fairies or something. It's just a really good matchup. And the side deck, quickly, 2 Shadow Mirrors, in case any like rogue kind of like Dark Worlds and Zectors or going first against Infirmities, just shut them down. Best card to side in I found was this, probably because I played GeargiaKarukuri like 3 times. This card put in amazing work. I don't understand. I understand why it's not main deck, but it could be. 2 Twister, such a good card right now with all the face-up stuff, sided in just about every game. Double Full House, only pulled it off once against my buddy Norman. I felt super bad because it's what got me into getting advantage. Took out his warning at his Mirror Force, and that's what got me into winning that game. But I did do it legit. I had to lose one of my own set cards, which was a fiendish shame, but it was worth it to lose his warning as Mirror Force. 2 Decrees. Looking back, sided them in a couple times. Didn't really need them. I always run them just in case, you know, you're running against a random chamber, and it's just that 1 card that just shuts down the whole deck, so might as well. 2 Maxis for spam, obviously, the 3rd effect failure, and then the Graveyard Hate right there. So that's my deck, and I'll just grab my what my matches were for that day. I started out with Constellars, which was 2-0, so that was alright. The next one, just let me find it, I got it here on my phone. Okay, so round 1 was Constellars, I 2-0'd them. Round 2 was Bujins, 2-1. Round 3 was 3.5 axes, and I won that 2-1. He didn't have lances in his deck, so I was able to just go hard on him all day. Round 4 was the Harpies, which was the most stressful one against my buddy Norm. That was 2-1. Round 5 was GeargiaKarukuri. Round 6 was Machina, Geargia, my bad. Round 7 was my only loss, which was the Bujins. Guy drew ham on me game 3, so I couldn't really do much about that. And then round 8 was Gaget, Geargia, which was 2-1. So I ended up going X1 and had the best record of the day. There was one other X1, but he was a guy that I beat round 5, so that led me in having first place. Here's the mat. There's the box. Didn't open anything good in the box they gave me for winning. Just a Downward Magician, which I traded for a shared ride. But yeah, there's my video. Like, comment, subscribe, send me a message. Peace.